Day. I want to give you a couple of tools to use as you're shopping along today. First things first, everything is on 5 flexible payments, which means you can get more items and then just pay a tiny little payment to get it home. And as you're loading all of your crafts into your cart, no matter how much you put in there, it'll be $7.50 to ship the entire lot to you. So take advantage of that. Now let's talk about Anna Griffin, who is an acclaimed designer. She has a very beautiful, distinct look to all of her pieces. It's a little vintage. It is a little bit of a designer crafting look to it. And this is one of those beautiful pieces. This is the Poinsettia Botanical dies. This is clearance hour, my first hour this morning. So we're taking this down to $36.95. Look at how big and stunning and impressive these dies are. And Anna Griffin is actually joining us on Skype this morning. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning. Hi. So nice to be here with you. Hi.
I feel like I haven't seen you in so long.
I know. Well, happy fall, and I am so excited to be in your show today because when we have anything on sale at HSN, it's a big deal. And so this is our incredible Christmas botanical die set. This makes a 3-dimensional poinsettia, right, with these dies. Then we have a large holly and spruce and even the berries in this set of 9 cutting dies. Now, a cutting die cuts and embosses paper to look like the real thing. So what's fun about something like this is that you can create it to work like this all year round. And my favorite use for these dies, Tina, is to wrap the top of a gift, right? If you're looking for something that's very special and you want to create or show off your paper crafting skills, this die set is oversized. And that's what I mean by, you see how those layers work together to create the perfect present topper. Now we can also create cards with this, and if you're thinking about your holiday cards right now, a poinsettia is something that is very universal and it can work for however you celebrate, and I think that's really important. So as we're working with this, we give you an instruction sheet with all of our die sets, and we give you ideas for composition, and we talk about how we would cut these with our Empress machine. Now, if you have any die cutting machine, which is required to use a die, so if you're using an electronic one or you're using a manual machine, these are going to cut the paper. It's going to emboss the paper beautifully every single time. The dies are going to work with all the machines that are on HSN, and so you don't have to have the Empress machine to use these. It's so cool. All right, so see, we have our first layer. Isn't that lovely? It's almost life size. You take there are 3 layers per poinsettia, and we just actually add them to the center. I like to offset this ever so slightly and even use the edge of my tool-in-one to curl the petals to make it even more lifelike. So that's really fun, and I'm gonna make a card with this, and I'll show you the size is quite extravagant. So if we're taking, any card in your craft room just as a base, and then you could cut out of patterned paper those extra large pieces. So the holly, the spruce, you've got all kinds of ways to use this. And I'm just going to create a background for the poinsettia to sit on top of. And this is so cool because we've added matte foil in the red for our base layer, and then we've coordinated that with a printed paper to give it dimension, and again, just offset it, so just turn it ever so slightly to make it 3D, and top it off with that center piece, and then maybe just a little sentiment. 'Tis the season. So this is something that, when we're card making, we're always thinking about what's the collage, right? What is it that we're going to make for the front of the card? When you've got a die set that's this big, you don't have to think about much because it's going to cover the majority of the square footage. Now, if you're making a tablescape, right, for the holidays, something this large is going to work for home decor very easily. You see how each one of these can be, look at that. I love it in the white with, you can see the embossing beautifully there. So this is about using those papers that are in your craft room to create something really spectacular. So I have one here in our botanical card base with a little red to offset that poinsettia. And look at this, we've made it out of champagne. So this is a beautiful metallic cardstock. It's got just a little bit of a shimmer to it, and we've used 2 layers on each. You don't even have to use all 3. That's going to give you exactly the kind of wonderful texture and design that you want for your holiday cards. Tina, we haven't seen these in many, many years, and what's so exciting about bringing them back for today, we're kicking things off. We have so many incredible fall, Thanksgiving, and Christmas items on our craft day today, and I can't wait to show them all to you.
I want to get an update really quick. Rob, I know we were getting limited on how many we had left of this. Can I get an... We have fewer than 600 to go around, and Anna, you're 100% right. When people see Anna Griffin and anything on clearance, they go like very quickly. So I know we had a couple of questions about, you know, making sure you check out. If you have something in your cart and maybe you're waiting to add more crafts to your day, if it ends up selling out, it will disappear out of your cart. So the only suggestion I will tell you on a very fast-paced craft day, especially when it comes to clearance and Anna, is I would make sure that you get it into your cart and check out. That way you secure the things that you have in there when we start get to limited quantities. So if you particularly want this, which was an original $50 set down to $36.95, which is actually down to $7 and some change on a flex pay to get it home, 809664 is the item number that you'll use. And that was one of the big things that I saw, and as people were saying how big and impressive the dies are. And you're right, it just means it's kind of stunning on its own. It's a total of 9 dies, so I want to make sure you grab this in the last just a couple hundred that we have left here. But I want to spend just a few moments on another item I only have a few hundred left on. This is the